Good day, guys. So today I want to talk with you about overcoming inefficiencies in exhibition logistics. As we all know, especially with smaller companies in the industry, there's a lot of manual processes which tend to form into quite big obstacles due to the reliance on Excel and reliance on, for example, owner CEO or a senior team member. For starters, let me explain a bit about who I am. My name is Dennis Tesjan. I am the owner of No Pulp, and we build tailor-made software solutions for the B2B e-commerce branch and exhibition logistics. Instead of focusing just on a software package, what we do is we go into your business, we take a look at your processes at the moment, we talk with your employees. So we don't only talk with the CEO or COO, and based on the plan we come up with, we try to save you at least 120 hours a week and improve the scalability of your process and your organization in general. Today I want to, for starters, start looking at why is there a big load of inefficiency in exhibition logistics. I would say the biggest problem that most companies are facing is that there are too many manual processes. So just to give you a brief down of the problems arising from that, there is quite a high likelihood of errors. Those errors put the accuracy of the project on the line. Based on these errors in the data entry parts, all of the documentation which follows from that will have a problem, and actually that has a rippling effect which will impact the entire logistics chain. As you are probably well aware of, there is a quite big reliance on Excel as a sort of database import tool. But due to basically there being no internal linking capabilities between different files, there's quite a bit of time lost, as your employees have to manually rewrite the content in numerous locations to compile the necessary documentation and to also go back at what we talked about before, the errors. If you have to write the same data for 4 or 5 times or even 10, 20 times, it can become quite a hassle, and there is a considerable risk of error. In the exhibition logistics business, a small error can lead to unhappy customers, and the repercussions for these kind of dissatisfied clients are not only losses, but they affect the company's reputation, which in turn leads to there being a problem with getting new prospects in the future. Lastly, I would say that a big problem is also the reliance on your experienced staff. They're very valuable. It creates a bottleneck in scalability, especially if that experienced personnel is yourself, the CEO or COO. There must also be a way that you, as a CEO or owner, you can just move away from your business for a day or so without there being fires that you have to extinguish from, I don't know, wherever you are on the world at that moment. So, to solve that, we have worked out a methodology by which you can identify your challenges and fix them. So, for starters, you would have to really identify your key pain points. So you have to conduct a really thorough analysis to pinpoint what are the specific pain points in our current process. To do that, you really have to take some time to sit down and establish which part of my process, of my Excel process, is most error prone or is very repetitive. And especially if you are a CEO or COO which works on the workflow yourself, it can be quite a challenge to find out these kind of pain points, because most of the time you have worked around or created your own sort of subsystem by which you manage to mitigate those errors. But the main challenge here would also be in understanding if your colleagues have the same problems as you have. The second step would be to really invest in a user-friendly software solution. On the market there are some software solutions, or you can go to a company which makes tailor-made solutions for your business. And with these tools you should look at the streamlining of the processes. It has to provide you with real-time visibility, and it needs to eliminate for you the extensive data manipulation on your part. For example, if you still have to make sure that the dates you enter are in a specific format or no, then this is probably not the right software package for you. After that, you have to implement a training program, because as we all know, new things can be quite scary, especially for people who have been in a role for some longer time. So you really have to set up a good 2 to 3 months to explain the program to your employees, to ensure seamless adoption, and also to minimize resistance, because that is something that also happens quite a lot on integration of new software solutions, that some staff members who have been sitting on their place for a bit longer period of time, that they become so used to a way of working that everything which changes that is automatically wrong. So this is quite an important step. The next step is actually continuous improvement, because if you don't establish a culture of continuous improvement, it is quite difficult to evaluate the effectiveness of your adopted solution. You have to gather feedback from users, you have to make necessary adjustments, and you have to continue optimizing your processes, because maybe you have heard it before, but a software project is never really done. Step 5, which is especially for the CEO, I would say the most important, you have to keep a close eye on your return on investment. If you buy a software package, sometimes the price can seem high. I understand that. But you have to be realistic, and you have to understand how much time am I saving by using this software package. And you can only do that by tracking time and understanding real cost savings. By showcasing these benefits to yourself, you can also understand the impact on your bottom line, and I would say this makes quite a compelling case for continuing investment in technology. So, if you have more questions or you want to have some help in this process, so we can help you get through step 1 to 5 that we just discussed, I have attached my email in the description of this video, and also my LinkedIn. So yeah, if you need any questions or need any help, please let me know, and I will try to help you as good as possible.